a bit of a heads up about what's been happening and where we're going and doing things about it. I just want to kind of fix this here. If you give me a minute or two, so that's how live it is. I'm actually doing things as we speak. Just wanted to say a really huge thank you to everybody for all of the amazing messages and support that you guys have been giving me. I'm not 100% yet, but a lot closer than I was 2 weeks ago. Still getting dizzy flashes and things of that nature. That they say that's down to loss of blood and stuff like that. But I'm obviously doing all right because they let me go home. In all honesty, I kind of didn't give them an option, if I'm being honest. Hospitals are not a place to recoup. They're a place to go to get fixed, then come home and get recouped there. Not hospital. Honest to God. That ward, people, Denise, hi Denise, hi Lynn. The patients in there, oh my God. Oh, snoring like you've never heard in your life, and you just can't sleep. Can't sleep in those hospital beds. They're a functional bed to try and get the right medicines and the right care into you, and then home. That's important. Now, I think what we'll do is we might do a kind of a gentle, relaxed, just a kind of gentle, relaxed show tonight where we just chat and things of that nature. As for working at the minute, I don't think I'm ready, to be absolutely honest. Yeah, I've had, I've been ill in the past, but never like that. That was just so mind-bogglingly bad. I just don't know. I never experienced anything like that before. Yeah, I've been in intensive care in the past and stuff. I've done all that. But this was kind of drawn out. I think it's because I'm getting older. At the end of the day, I am getting older, so therefore, the body's repair mechanism is slower. Got to do what you got to do. So, Kerry, welcome. Lavender Cactus, Christine. Thanks, Christine. I'm glad you put that in there. Welcome. And as I say, this is a pop-up, so I was just, there was no plan here. I just wanted to come up and say, while I've got some time, just wanted to chill out and just have a chat with you guys. There is some amazing information coming in. So I'll know more on Thursday this week what's happening, but I can guarantee you guys some amazing information. I got a new toy that's arrived whilst I was away, this is for ghost hunting. This is the for the shows. Obviously, the good thing about it is you can hold it like that. And it's got infrared, so therefore we can do night shoots, and it'll pick up with this microphone. It'll pick up any EVPs, and it records it all 4K, which is the highest you can record, to a hard drive system in the back, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually looking forward to using this. So I've been playing with that today, just trying to get it. Apparently it's Wi-Fi, but either I don't have the patience, probably don't have the patience, or it's difficult. I might have to give it to Maya to sort out. Nifty gadget, Michelle. Is it Michelle? Johanna's doing. Oh God, she's doing way much better than I am. She is an amazing lady. It's just she repairs so damn fast. It's unbelievable. I've never known anybody like her. She's just amazing. She's upstairs in bed at the minute. The medics have been here about half an hour ago, and they come in every single day to check on the system that's helping her regain. We've been through immense stress lately. Oh, not to mention just the illnesses that both of us are going through, but the immense stress. As you guys know, we were buying another home, and the solicitors have just been on, and we were supposed to complete last Friday. Then they said, "Oh, look, there's an issue here, and we've had to fire one of the solicitors because they hadn't done their job right. So we'll complete hopefully Friday, stroke Monday, as in yesterday." Nope. So chasing them down this morning and going, right, enough's enough. Enough of this now. They said, well, give us 2 more days. So, anyway, Julie Sharp, hello, darling, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up, and rather than sitting TV, I bored to death doing TV. I'm still working. I'm still working away, and I'm doing bits and pieces here and there. Excuse me, beg your pardon. And doing some other, there's other projects happening. One will blow your mind. One will absolutely blow your mind, and that's happening over, as I say, on No More Thursday. And I'm really, really sorry that I've fallen ill, and I've put the whole Ghost 22 and the whole Paraghost thing, and even the seminars that I was supposed to be doing on my Patreon channel. I've had to put them back, and I'm really, really sorry about that, because I really hate letting people down. I genuinely hate letting people down. That bugs me more than anything else. I really like to get on and do stuff and get things going. I am going to call on your generosity, though, please. We really, really need to boost the numbers, especially here on YouTube. There'll be a new podcast starting very soon, and that podcast will be the Moments podcast. So it'll be a podcast rather than a live, and it'll be recorded, and it'll be presented really, really well. And then, of course, we'll get out and do the Paraghost stuff, which is part of the Ghost 22. And I've already got a venue set up and ready to go, of which the people in the venue have told me, yes, there's a lot of paranormal activity, doors opening and closing and this and that and the other. And that's the thing where I'll tell you more about it on Tuesday. Okay. I kind of want to sit here and talk to you all day. I really prefer to do that. I really do. I absolutely hate sitting around doing nothing. I have been writing. Because that keeps my mind going. I've been doing research on various bits and pieces that we can add into the shows ahead. I'll be bringing in new guests, so you guys will be able to talk to the guests. I'm looking about reformatting the show. There's a lot of stuff going on that I really, really want to get into place. It's kind of saying goodbye to 2024. In fact, I did that today. I got rid of 1,350 emails that were in 2024. And I kind of adopted the concept that I'm never going to get around to reading these. If somebody wants me bad enough, they'll re-email me. I know it sounds slightly selfish. Please forgive me. If I haven't responded to an email you've sent to me, then please forgive me and re-email me, and I will respond to it. But I went into my just the Paul Francis emails, just the Paul Francis emails, and there's 1,374, I think, emails, and I just went, there's absolutely no way in this planet I will be able to get through those. So it's great to see you too, mate Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. So if you have emailed me, especially if you've emailed me with paranormal stuff like paranormal footage, paranormal EVPs, photographs, that kind of thing, and I haven't responded to you, there was a blockage over on the paulfrancis111.com site. And when I went into the emails this morning, I went, right, okay, there's a technical issue, there's a technical blockage, 1,374. So And there was a whole proportion of those was just spam. A whole proportion of them was marketing. And I just don't have the patience or the desire to go through 1,374 emails. So I just wiped them all, and they were all connected to 2024. I mean, there was, I could see on the dates in there, some of them were March and April of 2024. We're in February now, 2025, so I just wiped them all. So as I'm sitting here with you right now, I'll give you a sort of an idea of my health issues. As I'm sitting here now, every single day I feel nauseous. I just feel, like I can't say nothing's ever going to happen. It's just the feeling of nausea. I get dizzy like that, and I do get really dizzy. Oh, Maya's trying to ring me, but I'll have to get back that's Maya ringing, by the way. So I'll have to get back to her. She'll have to call me in a minute. Maybe she's at the front door. So I'll take you for a walk around the house. Shadow. If I can see. Yes, I'm just going to open the door for you, Mai. Holly? Thank you. Holly's kicking off. She's the guard dog. The two big German shepherds are not the guard dog. So, door for around the house.
Hello. Let me in. What is?
You're on worldwide net. Okay, so you need to run those up to Johanna. Mail has just arrived. Maya the mailman. Okay. Run it up to Johanna, Maya.
Okay.
So that's Maya. She's just come in from college. She's being met by Shadow. Where's Storm? Storm's probably in his little... Oh, you've got Storm. So there's Shadow. And there's Storm. And of course Holly. So this is a real live walk around the Paul Francis household. Oh. And this is our everyday life. So, well, normally I'd be out at meetings and doing things of that nature, but today I'm going to talk to you. Beautiful flooring. I never thought of it from that way. The house is very, very modern and crap. It's crap. I don't like it. The house in the high Windsor, the big high Windsor we've had recently, actually has moved like that. And there's big cracks appearing along the joints. I don't like it. I don't like this house. It's modern crap. It's got underfloor heating all throughout. It's got, it's just crap. The house that we bought is much, much older and much more like bricks and mortar, And we will be updating that as well. But we have bought a property in Ireland, which is called Skylark. It's got 69 acres. I was going to tell you guys all about this anyway. 69 acres, which includes rivers and brooks and mountains and valleys. And it has a yoga retreat center built into it already. So I'll be using that retreat for us, for seminars. So you'll be able to come over to Ireland and do a weekend seminar in a stunning West Coast setting with the beautiful Irish mountains and the brooks and the fields. And we're going to have animals at it. We're going to have alpacas. We're going to have donkeys, horses, because Johanna is a big horse fiend. The alpacas are absolutely amazing in relation to meditating. You can sit in a field with, how many alpacas, anything between, because you have to have a minimum of 3. But, I've seen alpacas in 13 and 14 alpacas, and they all really, really love each other. But when you're sitting in a field with them on a beautiful summer's day and you're meditating, they will sit with you and hum. They will actually go, beside you. I kid you not, guys. The energy in the area is just phenomenal. And we will have there are 4 buildings on the property. 2 of them is a farmhouse, which will be accommodation for the people coming to stay at the seminars. One will be the main accommodation, which will be obviously where myself, Johanna, and the family will live. And there's other accommodation for managers of Scotland. Because Johanna and I will be in Ireland and here in the UK and possibly the Isle of Man. And we don't know whether we're going to be buying something in Italy yet or not. But anyway, that's all. It's all thoughts and ideas. But there's something even bigger that we're going to show. As I say, I can't share with you because it's not finalized. The legalities haven't been done and dusted. So I can't really share with you just yet. But Thursday, we'll see whether or not it comes off. And I'll share it with you guys Thursday. Okay. Oh, trust me. I saw pictures of it just during January, Christmas, January. I saw pictures of it. The people who live on it have become friends. And the gentleman by the name of Graham, he is one of the top yoga instructors in Europe, okay, not just Ireland, Europe. And I've watched his videos, and it's kind of funny listening to somebody with a very strong Irish accent telling you now just to breathe in and to breathe out. Because I'm Irish and that accent, I just fall about the place laughing. It's different because people from around the globe would probably really latch on to that accent. But to me, it's very, very strong, a Derry accent, and he speaks like that, Where my accent is in the centre of Ireland, and it's much, much softer. So, and of course, I've lived in the UK for nearly 40 years as well, so that's even made it even more softer. But fun. So we will be having seminars. We will be having during my seminars there will be part of that seminar, which will be a yoga section, which will be for meditation, not for like that. All that. If you want to do that, you can do that. But because Graham wants to be a part of the whole thing as we switch things over, and I said absolutely, gosh, yes. And Graham's partner is phenomenal in relation to health and well-being. So, oh my God, I have no patience. I want to start yesterday. Don't want to start tomorrow. I want to start yesterday. As I say, there's something else huge happening here in Cornwall. As I say, it's not signed, sealed, and delivered yet. So I'd rather not go, oh yeah, we've done this, and you guys, oh great, I can't wait to come, and then it doesn't happen. So even though I've been down, Johanna and I have been down, both downhill, we've been busy. And can't wait to get out of this house. Can't wait to get out of here. I don't like this house. A house that moves in the wind cannot be trusted. So I would love to take any questions from you guys. If you want to ask me some questions, talk to me. I'm here the duration, so to speak. So fire away. If you want to ask me a question or two, talk to me. I'd love to. What is meant to be will be. Yes, I would agree with that. Weirdly enough, I never set out to go and do what's happening on Thursday. It came to me. When you And I've lived in Cornwall this long, and I've met quite a few people, and I know a lot of people, and blah blah blah. I don't like to use the word kind of famous. I don't like that. I don't like fame. I kind of tend to separate family away from my public eye. Anyway, as you know, until the family want to be a part of it, or they're ready to be introduced to it. Like Maya, she'll be turning 18 this year, so we just want you to get better. Well, the fact is, the fact that you want me to get better, Denise, and thank you, by the way, that leads me on to what I've been teaching on. If you're not already on my other site, then the Patreon site, excuse me. If you're not already on Patreon site, you're missing out. You guys are missing out because I'm teaching on there all the time, and I'm teaching the law of attraction. I'm doing a seminar at the minute in little chunks so you guys can read it and absorb it and use it and build on it and so on and so forth. But the very fact that you guys are saying we just want you to get better, well, that's the law of attraction. So you're attracting that energy to send to me, and it's working because I couldn't sit up straight in this chair and talk to you guys last week. I wasn't capable of it. This week I am, you know? So therefore, what you're doing is actually working. Spirit has been very, very supportive. It's been really, really working with me in terms of getting physically better, but very, very much so in the terms of protection. Oh God, has it ever been very, very? Ooh, I even felt people standing at the bottom of the bed, kind of thing, feeling like protective. It's probably Blackfoot actually. That's his job is to protect me from psychic warfare and stuff like that. And that's why I have no fear. If I'm going into places and people go, "Oh, I'm not sure if I want to go in there," I'll move. I'll do it. Because Blackfoot I know is beside me. I don't know, my mom and dad will be beside me anyway. Nobody's going to cross my mother. I don't care if it's Satan himself. She'll give him a slapper in the ear, pull him out, but like, "Here, come here. How dare you talk to me, something like that?" I mean, you can imagine that, can't you? They're chatting away to Satan. What did you say? But did you say something to me? Anyway, see, humor's back. Humor is the strongest medicine you can ever get. And if you mix humor with a couple of dashes of love, wow. I mean, come on. So please talk to me. I'd love to chat to you all. I can't wait to get well enough to do the seminars, the online seminars. I can't wait to do the seminars in Ireland. Oh my gosh, mind-boggling. Have your dogs been acting up lately? Is Spirit active? Spirit's very active. Yes, the dogs, they've not been acting up. They've been sort of like, going sort of like looking like this here, and you just see them sitting there and they kind of look around. But they're much more intuitive than any human, so they know what would be a not too pleasant. There's been a couple in here, not too pleasant energies. I really, 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 really hesitate to use the word evil because evil, people don't understand what evil is, and I've been unfortunately forced to watch these crappy TV shows on the paranormal. These TV shows, paranormal caught on camera or ghosts caught on camera, things of that nature. And then you have these guys talking in the middle of it. Oh yeah, and there's that shadow, and that evil entity, that evil bollocks, total and utter crap. Just because the camera doesn't pick up an energy in the way our eyes would, or it doesn't feel the energy like we would feel it, it has to be dark, sinister, and negative, according to these people, these idiots that sit around and do this feedback stuff. I've literally seen one comment in 10 that would be remotely close to accurate. It's the same with other, shall we call, psychics who claim that they see people getting, cutting themselves, breaking their hips, having heart attacks, all that rubbish, total crap. Um, Weirdly enough, I've been challenged a lot in that recently. A lot of people have been challenging me on that recently. But I'm very, very honest, so I'll just tell them straight. Those shows do suck, Denise. They do. They suck something awful. And that's why I went to, well, I didn't go to, I will retract my statement there. Johanna was dealing with the people who run a big proportion of Netflix, and she was doing all the work for them. And she said, she happened to say, oh, my husband is creating a show. And I was pulled into a meeting, an online meeting with these people. And they said, look, tell us about your show. So I told them, I said, look, in all honesty, I said, look, I'm going to speak to you with honesty here. And they said, right. I said, I'm going to ask you questions and I want you to give me honest answers. And they went, yes, okay. And I said, right. All of these shows that are appearing on Netflix, can you please explain to me why demons only appear in America? And I just went quiet. And they went, wow, well, we don't know. And I said, because they don't. It's a load of rubbish. All these demons, and then of course Hollywood gets involved and blasts that all up out of proportion. Does America have a lot of shall we say unsettled energy? Yes, it does. But if you look at the history of America, well, the history of Europe even for that matter, there's been lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of wars. I mean, if you go right back to the actual first invasion of America, way back, when Columbus took the wrong turn, discovered America. How the hell can you discover America? How can you discover America? It was already there, idiot. And even then he took a wrong turn. But then again, the so-called educated people went in and started taking over America. And the indigenous people there who were so far ahead in every aspect, spiritually, medically, and they lived in harmony with the land. That's something the rest of us have still got to learn. The good thing about Skylark, it's already the people who selling Skylark to us, they live in harmony with the land. It's never seen pesticides. It's purely organic. The water, you could literally put your cup into the streams and just drink straight from it. It'll be absolutely, totally and utterly packed with the right vitamins and iron and minerals, stuff of that nature, because it comes through the natural mosses of the mountains. It comes in from through the mountains, and the mountains filter it. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't suggest people do that until it's the quality is tested. But the mountain waters are actually channeled into the house. So the waters coming into the house go through a filtration system, and we're getting natural mountain water as our tap water. Would you believe that? Oh my God, every time I think about this, I can't wait. I always refer to as going home as well. I've lived in Ireland. Sorry, I've lived in the UK longer in terms of time, in terms of lifetime, than I lived in Ireland. But I always refer to going home. Always refer to as going home. So we will live here in the UK. We will also live in Ireland, and potentially the Isle of Man. I kind of want to do that because of my brother. My brother and I are big, motorcycle fans, and we want to go over there during the TT races, and do that and go and visit the Formula One stuff. Because yes, I do what I do, and I'm very, very spiritual and very, very motivated in that field. But I also have my loves. My love is aviation and motorsports. I love that. So, and music, of course. On the music front, when the studio is up and running again, I will be starting a new album. Yeah. I'll be doing 2 albums. One's a concept album, which is all kind of like Jean-Michel Jarre-esque, that kind of a feel to it. And another album, which will be a written form album, which those are two albums that I'm planning. I've already got them down in paper, what I'd like to do. About, I don't know, 30, 40 songs already written. So I'm looking forward to getting into doing that. People are going, oh, you're taking on too much. But I'm not, because everything I do, I love. It gives me pleasure to do it. So Mary Charmaine Hernandez says, I want to know if it's possible what will be God's punishment for the health coach who did me dirty. I don't understand. Who did me dirty through online. He was perverted and took advantage of me being weak-minded. Good evening to you, Mary, and welcome all the way from the Philippines. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Well, at the end of the day, Mary, here's how it works, right? Coming from I have to come from two mental points of view. Okay, mental point of view one. I would talk to the right medically trained people in relation to sitting down with qualified psychiatrists and dealing with that. Listen, medical first, okay? Dealing with people who can help you get through that what you've gone through, okay? Concept number two. Now we're moving into my area of expertise, okay? Now the law of attraction states, the law of attraction, now it's a very real law, Mary, it attracts. The law of attraction states, what you give off as energy, you attract as energy. Okay, so what you give off, you attract, right? So if your mind is locked into revenge, what is God's punishment? Okay, so what you're wanting to hear is God's going to come out with his big foot and go like that. It's not going to happen. Okay, but karma has to be met. Okay, so when people go out of their way, which has happened to me, and they go out of their way to attack you in different ways. You know, I've been called multiples of things. I've had my emails hacked, and my email appearing in other places to look like me, but it wasn't me. I've been accused of stuff which is total and utter lies. But that karma, I don't think about it, because if I'm thinking about the revenge aspect of it, if I'm thinking about the negative and the fight and the Irish temper comes out, then I'm attracting that. I'm attracting all that kind of energy. I don't need any more of that energy, okay? So what I do is in here, I forgive what's happened. I forgive what happened, not the person, okay? Because that person has to carry that with him, and that karma has to be met, all right? So what I would say to you, Mary, is start focusing on what kind of a person you are, which is a loving, wonderful, creative, beautiful energy. Focus on that, okay? And as you give that off, you're clearing away all the negativity that's happened to you. Here's the thing, and without sounding condescending or in any way, disrespectful, we can't change what's happened. It's happened, The only way that's possible to change what's happened is by going... Actually, you can't. If you think about this in the terms of time. If we had a time machine, okay? Think about this, right? So, Mary, if I had a time machine, I said to you, Mary, tell you what I'll do. Hop into my time machine. We'll go back to the day before it happened and stop it. You will go, oh, okay, that's a cool idea. We can't, because it's happened. You're going back to stop something that has happened. So, but it's happened. Because you're going back to stop it, right? So, even if you stop it happening, in here, it's already happened. So we can't deal with it. So the best thing to do is let that side of it go and deal with going forward and looking after you, okay? forgive the situation, forgive yourself, and give yourself the understanding and the agreement to be able to lift yourself up and move forward, because you deserve great things. Get up in the mornings. I was lying in bed in hospital and I went, why is this happening to me? I try to be a good person, but sometimes shit happens, you know. You have to deal with it, because in every dark situation, there is something to be learned. There's something to discover, and something you can bring forward, and then something you can teach. So think of it from that way. Yes, as Denise is saying, if you're new to my channel, please hit the like button. Make sure you like this show and you like this video, and make sure there's there's 9 people watching so far, and only 3 people have liked the show. Come on, guys, smash the like button and subscribe, because as I return from my time off, medical time off, the videos will get stronger and bigger, and of course they will become more and more intense in relation to teaching and answering questions and things of that nature. So Mary, we are all, I know that I'm talking about everybody in this group and everybody who's going to be watching this video. We're going to be sending you love. We're going to be sending you health and happiness. Forgive the situation, but know you're a great person, and know that the person who manipulated the situation has to face that karma. All right? But thank you for being here. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more pop-ups or videos or podcasts or anything like that nature. So if there's anything I can do for you, if any questions I can answer for you, please do let me know. I'm happy to talk to you all. You guys know that. I'm a bit sniffly because my these, what do you call these things? Sinuses are a bit blocked at the minute. All right, Shad. Shaddy's down here. Shaddy waddy diddly daddy. Shaddy waddy diddly do. Come here, mate. Say hello to everybody. Say hi to everybody. That's the great thing about doing this with this method here, with the big phone. I can do that. You guys can see this beautiful, beautiful creature. This beautiful boy who loves his dad. He's got such a beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. They both have, actually. They're both just amazingly beautiful creatures. Just, boys, chill out. They're getting all boisterous now. So, happy to talk to you. Happy to answer any questions. Fire away. If you've got a question, fire away. Happy to talk to you. Shadow, Storm, chill out. They are boys and they want to play. Shadow, be calm. Good boy. I miss my dogs so much as Marie. I would let you borrow these monsters, but they are literally monsters. And they're so that they come and see Dad like this here, and they just jump up and they go, "Bob, Dad," and Dad goes hurtling backwards. A funny thing happened the other week. The nurses, the medical staff come to look after Johanna every day here at home. And of course, the ambulance turned up to take me into hospital. So when the nurses turn up to see Johanna, he stands in front of me. He will go for me going, "You're not taking my dad. You're not taking my dad again." And when I was upstairs on the bed, I was really, really quite ill. He jumped up beside of me and put his paws across my lap like that to protect me. He didn't know that the ambulance staff were there to help me. He didn't know that, but he's just like, "You're not taking my dad." So when the nurses turn up, he still looks at them like to say, "You're not here to take my dad away, are you? Because I'm not going to allow that." Just amazing creatures. I love German Shepherds, and you miss yours. Um, Go and get a puppy. Go and get a nice, beautiful German Shepherd puppy. I had crazy, energetic boxers. Yeah, my one of my dear friends, Chris, has got boxers. So energetic. Yeah, I mean, German Shepherds are very energetic as well, but they've got a very protective um, sort of demeanor, and that's why they're shepherds. They're shepherd dogs. They were there to protect the sheep and keep the sheep sort of looked after. Um, but they are equally amazing guard dogs, aren't you, Mister? You're just too damn big, as you are. I want to know how I can have psychic powers. Okay, Mary, you need to understand what is psychic. It's not a power. Okay. How can I have psychic powers like mental telepathy, visions, or even telekinesis? Okay. You need to stop watching TV for a start. Okay, stop watching movies. All right. And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. One must first learn to stand before one walks. Then one must learn how to walk before one runs. Okay. Powers. The whole idea of that is wrong. You're thinking of what that is wrong. You're thinking of power as a when somebody thinks of and uses the word power, they think of it as an offensive weapon. Okay, that's what power is, an offensive weapon or defensive weapon. And if you think you can use it to fight what happened to you, it'll actually flip back on you. Okay, and you don't really want that. What I would suggest that we do start with you is balance. We're learning how to bring balance into your life. And I mean, some of the amazing temples in the Philippines are just sublime. They're sublime. They're just amazing. And I would suggest you start there. I would suggest if you're in the Philippines, then go to some of these beautiful temples and learn how to meditate. Learn how to balance your energy, balance your chakras, and bring peace into your life. And that's where I would start with you, Mary. Okay? If you were asking me to be honest with you, that's where I'd start with you. We need to let go of the anger. Michelle says, Paul, I've had quite a bit of activity in my home as of late. That has not happened in many moons. Are these my parents who's trying to get your attention? Well, here's the good thing. If you're thinking that they're your parents, okay, that means you're recognizing the energy signature. Okay. Now, let me explain what that means. So, if you're standing at the kitchen sink and you're working away, and your wife or husband comes in the back, you know it's a family member because you feel their energy. That's called an energy signature. Okay, so you just know because you can feel the energy, and it's not malevolent. It's peaceful. It's tranquil, and so on and so forth. So I would then start with understanding that. Second thing I would do is I would challenge them. Okay, I would say, hey, if this is you, Dad, or this is you, Mom, can you affect something that tells me it's you? Can you affect a picture that's of Mom and Dad, or something that you will know that it's actually them? And don't be afraid to video it. Don't be afraid to get your phone out, switch it on the cam, and video it. Okay. Also, your camera, your mobile phone, your cell phone has the capability of recording. Okay, so if you put your camera onto audio record and you ask some questions and you wait, so it's like you're picking up EVPs. Try all that; it won't hurt. Okay. Mary says, I live in Lapu-Lapu, city of Cebu in the Philippines. There are Hindu, Buddhist temples here and Muslim churches too, aside from Christian and Catholic. Well, it doesn't matter. I would tend to go to the Buddhist temples because their total focus is on meditation. So I do a lot of Buddhist meditation myself, even though I'm kind of Christian Catholic. I do a lot of Buddhist meditations myself. So I use the power of energy, power of strength, power of sound, and while I'm meditating, and that's kind of a Buddhist concept. So I would go down that route. Davy Jones, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Okay, let's have a look at what that was. Another psychic said they might be angels. Who might be angels? Uh, yeah, ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Here's what my grandmother taught me. What I'm about to teach you. She said to me, son, it's not the dead you want to be frightened of. It's the living. Okay, the dead can't harm you, and that's fact. All right. So when you have energy and activity going on in your house, try to find out who it is first. They could be just a visitor. It could be a family member, but it could also just be a visitor to the area. Dead easy. All right. Yeah.
Oh, why did you say that?
Are you able to use the kettle? Look, she's dressed like she's just a convict.
I'm comfy. You right, Shadows?
Are you going to make a kettle for everybody?
If you want.
Johanna wants a brew. So, Davey says, are you doing psychic and mediumship readings here? No, I'm not, Davey. I'm only returning from being off ill, and I was quite ill recently. So rather than not speak to lovely people like yourselves, I thought I'd just come on and chat with you and answer some questions. The elements might be angels. Now, yeah, there's no reason why not, Mary. There's no reason why especially if you've gone through something traumatic, then no reason why not. But here's the thing, angels can't help you unless you actually ask for that help, right? So they can't actually help you unless you say, listen, can you please help me by doing this? But if you're going to pass something across to the angels, then you have to pass it across. You can't just go, I want you to help me and then hold on to it. You have to go, please help me with that. And know they're going to take it on. Maya, the boys here are licking the bottom of the water bowl.
Oh, they need water.
Yeah, but I mean, that one's empty. There's one in the back room, but I'm sure that's probably empty as well. I'm going to take you guys into the living room because Maya is about to switch the kettle on. I'm just going to be well loud, and she's a noisy little cow at the best of times. So I will take you out of the living room, from the kitchen, into the living room. This is where I chill out of an evening. And I will, if I'm too tired, if I'm not feeling too great, I will often watch my big old TV. Because I do love my movies. So I just do that. I do love my movies. So, good to see you doing better. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Davey. Black coffee, 1 sugar, please. My ass is Julie Sharp. She'd probably make it for you as well, actually. She would likely make it for you. Correct. However, the energy imprint of angels is very different to the previously embodied. I do feel family trying to get my attention and tell me something, as you said. Yes, yeah. If you recognize that energy signature, very, very likely going to be a family member. I would go with that. I would definitely go with that. And there's no saying you'll never get if you don't ask. If you say, can you help me with, or can you do this for me? I really appreciate you being here. Could you please let me know who you are by maybe affecting something that was belonging to you, or something that you could. I'm just trying to move this because I don't want to fall off the table. How do angels help us? Whatever way you want, Davey. In whatever way you want. There are different angels that do different jobs. Like for an example, I use angels when I'm working, when I'm doing reads, because I have angels that are specifically, their job is specifically communication. Um, and equally, while I'm working, I have other angels that specifically their job is protection. I have angels who work with my guides to bring it over energies from the other side to me to be able to communicate. Then I will go and have something as simple as I have angels specifically for parking. Yeah, I will call them my parking angels. And I'll say to my parking angels, all right, guys, we're off into Newquay, into Truro, into St. Austell, into Penzance, Hale, wherever I'm going. Please show me a parking spot out. And you can be assured every single time I will have a parking spot. It never fails. We were getting to the car one night. We were all going to the cinema. We were going to the movies. And the girls were in the back and they were having a giggle. And they said, all right, Dad. All right, okay. You keep talking about your parking angels. And I go, yeah, all right. They went, um, prove it. Prove it now. I went, okay. I said, first and foremost, never be rude to the angelic realm. You know, don't. It's not a. Not a, you know, they love helping us, but you should be respectful. And he went, yeah, okay, all right, Dad. Yeah, well, can you get them to prove it? And I said, yeah, all right, watch. So I said, now, everybody with me? And they were like, yeah. I said, okay, my beautiful parking angels, would you please, please, please get me a parking slot near the cinema? So they were like, yeah, I could see them in the mirror, and they were like, we drove on Truro, where we were living at that time, was about 30 minutes, 35 minutes away. And we arrived into Truro and we drove right down into Lemon Street, whereas the cinema is in Lemon Street. And I drove right up the Truro and they were looking along. They could see all the cars and they went, there you go, Dad. Yeah. As I approached the cinema, a car pulled out from the front of the cinema. And I pulled in and I parked up and I looked into the back like this. And they were, I went, there you go. So it's just, you know, they see, the angels love helping us. We just need to give them an opportunity to do so. So, yeah. We all give up, including his parents. We don't help him. He won't help himself. And just to know, I hope he won't commit suicide. Um, that's an area, Mary, for people of legal stature. All right. Um, if this guy is in such a position where he's really, really, he's thinking he's not worthy of being alive because of what he's done, then he understands that was a mistake. Um, if I want to delay something from happening to a later date, which angel should I ask for? Uh, I think you just delay it yourself. Make it delayed yourself. And here comes Maya. I was thinking she was actually making the coffee beans, growing them.
Gosh, that kettle honestly, takes forever.
See, she's blaming the kettle. I was just telling everybody the night that you guys challenged my parking angels and we parked outside the cinema.
Oh yes, straight up from the front door.
Davey, you in situation. I mean, hey, who am I to tell you what you can and can't do? I'm not. You just go ahead and try and ask it, but something to do with like a court date, I would just ring up the court and say, listen, guys, I really can't make this date for these reasons, and ask them. And at the end of the day, a court's a court, and it's got dates for a reason. But if you can't make a date, just ring them up and say, hey, listen, guys, I'm not going to be in the area on that time. I cannot make that date. I really need to be there. We need to make another date. And just be that honest and open and go figure it out that way. I always say, Saint Raphael, find me a parking spot, says Denise. I just say, why don't you call them parking angels? I actually use Raphael I use Michael, Gabriel, Jophael, Raphael, and Barakel. And those are the five big guys that work with me when I'm working with you. So when I'm working with you guys and I'm doing the reads on a Thursday night, those guys are with me. Something that's not in my hands. If it's not in your hand, you can't really affect it. Only you can only affect what's affect you, and you can physically affect it. What should we do to him? Who's him, Mary? Who's what should we do to him? Why should you do anything to somebody like that? If you're talking about the chap that you've had an issue with, um, you're clearly not listening to me, because I'm saying to you about forgiving the situation and letting the legalities take place and moving forward. But every single time you're coming back to what you want to do to this person. So that means you're carrying negativity in here. And and I was explaining to you the law of attraction means that if you carry energy of negativity here, you push out negative energy, then you're just going to attract negative energy to yourself. What should we do to my cousin who doesn't feel worthy of being alive? I hope he doesn't commit suicide. His parents give up on him too. Then you want to get the relative legal people in and the relative medical people in to help that person. Okay, because you could be the angel by bringing in somebody who can help him with, because if somebody who wants to commit suicide, they're in a very dark place mentally. So we need people to come in and help them who are trained to help people in that. I would do it that way. All right. I would definitely get somebody who's trained medically and mentally with mental health to come in and help your cousin. Right. I've got about 3 minutes left. I've been on here an hour. I only came up to say hello to say thank you very much for your support. And I've been on here for over an hour. Well, nearly an hour, shall I say. No drama or negativity allowed near me or my home, and that's spot on correct. But do you know what? You can have all of the cruxes and the protective spells and the protection crystals and this and that and the other. But if you don't believe in it, you just as well be standing there with a lollipop stick. You have to have full intent, full focus, full intent on making things happen how you want them to happen. Mary, go and contact the mentally trained medical staff to help your cousin. End of story. Do that. Right, so I've got a call coming in shortly for to deal with the big news on Thursday. So I will then say to you, lovely, lovely, lovely peoples, please, please, please like the video, share the video, and get your friends and families to come and subscribe. Mary, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, click subscribe. It's all free of charge. Click subscribe and click the notification bell icon and come be a part of the worldwide Paul Francis group. Okay. And I will speak to you guys maybe a bit later tonight. Maybe. Possibly. See how things work out. You guys have a fantastic day. Remember, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Take the time out every day just for yourself. Okay? Meditate, clear your energy, and attract positive light into your life. It's that simple. All right? Choose to be happy. Choose to be great. Far too many people out there that are choosing the opposite. Until I see you again, be safe. Take care.